Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot Reading, the audio edition. This is the edition for those who are multitaskers and imaginative people. You combine those two things and it helps you with your manifestation, and that's the reason why I do an audio version. So you are not distracted with having to look at a screen. You can look at it whenever you want during the reading, but you have one static picture, and that's the layout, that's the spread. Otherwise, you can simply listen to the tarot reading and be busy doing other things, like making breakfast or lunch or dinner, depending on where you are, or having a cup of coffee, tea, whatever you want. Still listen and not lose a thing and still be able to manifest with style. Alrighty? It's my job to make sure it's a great reading. You can understand it. So let's get to it. You see on your screen right now as the usual spread, upper, lower spread. We're going to start on the bottom, work our way to the top. We always go from the left to the right. The separation point will be the middle cards. Those two are very important, and so we begin bottom row, middle. This is the Oracle card, time for a nap. We are in the midst of eclipse season right now, and I think that might be a really good kind of summation in terms of the energy. I think we got a Mars retrograde coming up in a day or two. That will also change the energy. And you may feel a sense of having to do something in this period. It may be difficult for many just to stop and observe. But this is literally the best time for a nap. That is to say, it's not that you're inactive. You are aware, you are very conscious, you are observing. You're just not getting involved. You're letting things play out. That's important because in an eclipse season, things will happen that you cannot anticipate or expect, and you will have to react to them. And you want that moment, that nap time, to be able to see, discern, and then act. So while the overall energy in this reading is time for a nap, it doesn't mean you do nothing. You still have to be tuned in. You just don't have to react so quickly. Alrighty, so let's go to the bottom row again. Far left, Tower card. As I say usually, Tower does not have to be destructive. The Tower energy becomes very difficult if you have not been open to the energies around you. Now, some of these energies you cannot anticipate, for example, in an eclipse season. But you can still have a level of anticipation. Stay flexible. Remember, we were talking about time for a nap, that it doesn't mean you're unconscious. It means you're just the opposite. You're very conscious. You're just not participating. If you do that, if you stay in that position, open, aware, flexible, the Tower card will not be a major issue at all. It's a wake-up call. It's a sudden change. It's realizing something you did not know before, and that kind of upsets the apple cart a little bit. But it doesn't have to destroy anything. But it is indeed a wake-up call. Point we'll touch on a little bit later. Next card over, Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles very simply means that you're looking over your values. What's important to you, why they're important to you. This is the time when you ask. Because the Seven of Pentacles is a patient card. In fact, all Pentacles are very patient. But you are looking, you're evaluating at the fruits of your labor. Everything that you've done, are you getting the results that you want? If not, why? And that's what the Seven of Pentacles is all about. And in fact, that ties into the Tower card. Remember I said the Tower card's a wake-up call? And we were talking about time for a nap, just observing, staying in that ready position. It's all tying in. Something may come up through the eclipse season over the next few weeks. You may have to react. And that will help you evaluate what you value, why you do. Stay in the bottom row. We move over one card, Two of Swords. Two of Swords is a choice. Twos are always choices. Two of Swords says something in your thought pattern is making it difficult to make a choice. What you're probably doing is blocking emotions. And that's making it very difficult for you. You're trying to think your way through. But in so doing, you might very likely be avoiding the truth. So it's a combination. Again, here we go back to the idea of time for a nap. You have to be aware, you have to be conscious, you got to be observing. Not acting necessarily, but observing. And so what you need to do, and you look at the card, Two of Swords, they have the swords crossed at the heart. That's the blocking of the emotion. So there are two good choices. You could resolve the issue if you opened yourself up to emotion. And you see right behind this person a lot of water, symbolizing emotion. Again, the situation of the wake-up call in the tower, again, the idea of time for nap, how important it is to stand back, observe, but don't necessarily act, because right now you have to make a decision. I think over the next few weeks you're going to see that kind of lining up. And the final card on the bottom row is the Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups, remember, knights always bring gifts. So they bring this emotion. They bring this introspection that you need so much. So the idea of a time for a nap, being ready but doing nothing, being open to change, because it's going to help you reevaluate what you value. And then opening up to emotion, you can make a decision. And it's all about what you value. You are determining, okay, so what's important to me? I know what I've been told should be important to me, but what really is important to me? We'll get to that in a moment. Oh, by the way, a little bit later on, I'm going to be doing a little bit of a brief explanation. I am setting up, or have set up, a separate email totally for people who view this tarot reading. It's a different account. I'm getting away from Gmail. I'll give you the address on the screen, and I will at the same time tell you why I'm doing it. It is tau-tarot@proton.me. tau-tarot@proton.me. I'll put it up on the screen in a little bit. Alrighty, so let's get to the upper row. Let's continue with this idea of taking a nap. We begin upper left, Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is determination, it's stamina, it's courage. It's persisting in spite of setbacks. Wands are enthusiasm, positivity. You want to be excited and enthused about some area of your life you're not particularly excited or enthused about, but you don't know what to do because they're two big choices and you're not letting your gut guide you. That's not a good thing. And the clue here is the next card over, it's the Devil. So something in this whole scenario you're attached to in a, I was going to say unhealthy way, but there are all kinds of implications. In an unnecessary way. You're limiting your potential in your connection. That's what the Devil's all about. You know, we love to, when we're doing these things out of the Devil, you point outside, it's something else, somebody else. No, there's a dark side in all of us, and there's some connection that you have that is preventing you from trusting your gut. So you're trying to think your way through. There's some feelings, and yet you're determined to resolve the issue. Nine of Wands. Let's go over to the next card. It is just on the other side of the vice versa card, which we wrap up the discussion with. It's the Sun card. Sun card says you got plenty of energy, you got plenty of insight, you see it all. The question is, are you allowing yourself to feel it all? The sun illuminates, it energizes. I mean, you are ready to make the change. You're ready to move forward. But again, you are keeping yourself from feeling your way out of this situation. And then, of course, we have upper right, Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups is confusion, delusion, maybe. Certainly daydreaming, wishful thinking, fantasy. Isn't that what got you in the place that you are now? Avoiding what has to be done, fantasizing about it, or having so many choices that you just get lost. So you have to focus, and the Tower card helps you focus. It's that awakening that gets you to reevaluate, to make a decision based on your gut, so you're headed in the right direction. But you have to unhook yourself from some kind of connection to something or someone that's not good for you. It's not letting you feel what you should feel. And in fact, the upper card right there in the middle, vice versa card, is in reverse. It is the King of Swords. King of Swords is usually straight thinker, straight talker, ethical leader, analytical, but it's in reverse. This is not the time to think your way through this. This is a time to feel your way through this. This enlightenment will come from you allowing and trusting your gut to guide you. So yes, it is time for a nap. But that doesn't mean that you're comatose. It doesn't mean that you're unconscious. In fact, quite the reverse. It is necessary over the next few weeks to be very, very conscious. Do nothing but observe and, most importantly, feel your way through this. Again, I'm going to be mentioning this quite a bit in the weeks ahead. I have a new email that you can contact me at. I don't want any sales pitches or anything like that. It's just people who view the tarot reading and have questions or comments, whatever. It's Tao hyphen or dash T-A-R-O-T, tarot, at proton.me. Tao dash tarot at proton.me. It's up on the screen. We'll do it, and we're going to mention it a lot. I'd love to hear from you. It's the reason I'm setting it up. That's the read for today. That is the manifestation for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you gained a lot out of it. I did. I always do, because you and I have a chance to do it together. Hope you do it again tomorrow with me. If not, between now and the next time we have a chance to manifest tarot together, as always, peace and blessings.